Hi, welcome on this new video. This video is a little bit special and different. Today I would like to talk to you about uh, the difference you can have when you're a guy of my generation. I remind you, I'm 51 years old, and so I knew music business at a very different moment. I mean, it was so different uh, than it is now, and I understand how you have to rethink totally the way to, for example, promote your own music, your own business now, your own um, uh, single, hippie, album, whatever you do. And I think we live in a very interesting moment. And people used to say it's more difficult today to produce music, to not to produce music actually. I think many people think that it's more difficult to be discovered. I maybe it's right, but at the same times, uh, as easier it is to make your music uh, heard by people, um, and maybe for people of your generation, it's difficult to understand. But I'm really from a generation where you can do music for 10 years and have no possibilities to make it listen to people, and you can be a very good musician, because at the time the only way you have is to sign something with a label or record company, and or have a friend in the local radio or something. And it was difficult. It was as difficult as today to come in a record company and to with your demo and say, okay, let's listen to it and tell me what you think. Even have an appointment with a record company of a label, was very difficult. Of course, today you have just few chance to make a lot of money with your music, only with your music, I mean. But it was a little bit easier when you're signed in a label, for example, in the past, to make money. And for the main reason was that at the time I knew the time where people buy music more. I mean, you buy vinyl or CDs and you buy music. And when you buy music, especially in France, because we have a great system of rights, of redistribution of rights, you can make money really easily. I mean, sell 2,000 albums can be enough. Today it's very easy to have your music listened to 1,000, 10,000 in the case people, but you will don't make any money or just a few money with it. And it can be frustrating a lot. It can be it can be disappointed, but that's how it is now, and nothing can change that. And for most of people of my generation, or even young musicians, actually younger than me, it's still a problem, because they have in their mind the examples of old band, and what is very strange, they mostly talk about bands that was famous in the 70s actually. And it's crazy in a way when you're in 2019 to think that the reference are still the 70s. Anyway, how to promote your music now? Because this is a question. As you know, I'm create and produce at the moment what I call an EP, but it's just a word actually, because it doesn't mean so much today. But it was just a word, and I have to use a word. So let's say it's an EP, and I plan to make 3 EPs, and or maybe it's better to say a collection, 3 collections of tracks. And so I'm in front of this thing, how I can promote my music. I can make people listen to it, as much people as I can as possible. And of course I have to use Instagram, I have to use YouTube, I have to use Facebook and Twitter and all those things. And it's not so easy, it's not so fun. It's not fun at all, actually. And sometimes you win this moment and you say, my God, I'm a music maker. I don't want to be on Instagram. I don't want to create graphic or graphism, to create images, to create videos, to create things. I just want to create music. And of course I can understand that, but you have no choice at all today. And it's your job too as a musician. It's your job to use all this thing, because if that replace the old system where you living with your cassette on your hand and you take a kind of big books like that with all the label and records and records company and radio programmers and DJ, and you're going everywhere, and it takes so many times, and if you touch 5%, if you have some 5% of answers, good or bad, it was not a bad day. Today you have more than that. If you work a little bit on your thing, it's very difficult, it's boring, it's disappointing most of the time, but that's the only way. So even if you're a guy or a girl from my age, or if you are younger but you're very bored about social media, I have to say what I understand as a 51 years old guy who have close to 40 years of music behind him. You have no choice. You have to learn how to use all these tools, because it's your job the same way it was your job to go with your demo cassette in a record label around, and to try to convince artistic director or artistic people, I don't know, from the label that your music is great. Now you have to convince your audience and your potential public first. You didn't have this. You don't have this filter anymore. I mean, the filter of a artistic directors or executive producer of a label. It's you and it's the public. In terms of philosophical thing, I prefer this way. It's like when you buy a vegetable. Vegetables, it's always better to buy from the product, from the guy, from the farmer directly, from the guy we produce this food, and it's better to buy it and to eat it after. It's quite the same here. It's better to talk with the artist directly. And there is so many things to have a little bit of money, and maybe to find a great way to make your music a business with all this thing. And there's a lot of work, and it's very difficult. But you have some example around all of these people who build a career around their music, and with the help of social medias, because there is something where you have to understand clearly. The music is the most important thing, of course, and the other thing, YouTube, Instagrams, and all this thing, it's help. It just helps. Thank you very much for watching, my friend, and I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, it helped me a lot, and to ring the bell if you want to be notified when I will be back with a new video. Thank you very much, and bye bye.